Am I the a-hole for expecting not to have to pay for Thanksgiving groceries? I 54F have been invited by a friend 50F who I will call Anne to come to her house for Thanksgiving. We all live in Italy, but spent many years in the USA and have several American friends in the area. Anne heard that I make a traditional Thanksgiving dinner at my house every year for my family and a couple friends, 6 people total. It is quite difficult to get all of the supplies here, no buying canned pumpkin or cranberry sauce. So I make every single thing from scratch. Over the years, I've also acquired all the dishes and tools and spices, no suppliers for the more exotic things, and I'm an all-around good cook. So Anne, who was born in China but lived in the USA for 20+ years, asked if I would come to her beautiful and much bigger home and teach her how to make the whole dinner for a group of 12 people instead of the usual 6. I was hesitant at first because we live a very modest lifestyle, and Anne and her British husband are very well off, but I figured it would still be fun and I would enjoy putting on the feast for new people and in a beautiful kitchen. After I agreed, the problems began. First, Anne wanted to have the dinner on a day that isn't Thanksgiving to make it more convenient. I decided it wasn't all that important since we live in Italy, so it is scheduled for the Sunday prior to the actual day. Then when we were planning to meet to go shopping for all the ingredients, she asked if I could do all the shopping and she would reimburse me for her half. I asked what she meant, and she said that I'd be paying for half of everything. So not only would I be doing all the shopping, all the planning, all the cooking and teaching her as well, but now I'm expected to pay for the food. I told her I could not do this, we really don't have the budget. So now she's trying to alter the menu she agreed to. Turkey and fixings, candied yams, roasted veggies, an appetizer, and pie. Really a modest dinner by American standards. She then made a comment that her friends don't eat like pigs. She then went to another guest with my recipes and asked her to prepare my pumpkin pie so she didn't have to buy the ingredients. Bear in mind, Anne and her husband are very wealthy. I'd estimate the whole dinner for 12 might cost €200 for the ingredients and my labor and gets for free. She thinks I'm being stubborn and ungenerous like an a-hole. My family thinks Anne is taking advantage of my kindness, and her miserly ways are ridiculous since she'd spend double that amount for lunch out on a whim. So am I the a-hole for refusing to contribute to the meal or be bullied into this nonsense? My family wants me to just bow out and tell her I'm not comfortable with her attitude. I'm tempted because this feels toxic and manipulative.
Here are the top comments.
She doesn't see you as a friend. She sees you as staff, not the a-hole. At this point, even if she paid for all the supplies, don't do it.
Sounds like she just wants you to pay and make the meal for her and her friends. She is most definitely taking advantage of your kindness and probably just wants you to cook for her. I wouldn't make the meal or pay for it if I were you.